Now, most of the operators who operate outside program these frequencies in steps in their radio and change the memory each time they want to change it. Maybe every 2 minutes they will change. You can program four frequencies up and four frequencies down for UHF and maybe half that for VHF. And simultaneously you change. When you rotate the antenna with one hand, you change the frequency by memory, clicking on the memory and change the frequency to tune in the satellites. But I was not good at programming my radio. I just had the frequencies. Fortunately, I had two dials, one for the main band or the uplink and another for the downlink, the receiving band. So what I keep is that I usually, there are different tuning buttons also. If you push on the main band switch, that will the button will shift the transmit frequency to that UHF or VHF, whichever you are pressing. On one side you have main band for VHF. On the other side we have main band for the UHF. So it can be shifted like that. And there is a dial tuning for both separately. So what I do is that I keep my mobile phone with the Argentinian AMSAT website displayed on it, and I tune the frequencies manually. It is not a difficult thing, as I have to change only a few steps. The minimum frequency step in my radio is just 5 kilohertz, so I have to change only 3 or 4 times both uplink and downlink. There are radios with lower steps which you can fine tune better. There are handheld radios with 2.5 kilohertz per step, which you can program much easier. I don't have that. What I do is when satellite comes, I'll be on 437.810, and about 2-3 minutes later it will be reduced to 437.805, then to 800 and down. Similarly, I can change the uplink frequency also. But even if you don't change the uplink frequency and keep it on the sender frequency, you will still be able to operate a good portion of the pass. If it is not a directional antenna pointed in the direction of the satellite, using an antenna rotator or manual rotator, which is automatic rotator, it will be costly. Automatic rotators are very costly, and software is not costly, it is free of cost. You need a computer to install it and a radio which is capable of CAT control. I am not using any of these things. So I go by the limited way of operating LEO satellites, just by tuning Doppler manually, and I started off with simple CP22E VHF only antenna, working on both using the principle of third harmonic. Most of the time I am operating only International Space Station, which has a high output. But I have been successful in operating the TAVEL series of satellites. Almost all the TAVELs which are active, I could work with this simple CP22E antenna. Only limited period of the passes. I won't be able to work from horizon to horizon, only when it is a good elevation pass and when the other conditions are good also. Not the other conditions, there should be other people working on the satellite. That's how I work TAVEL satellites. I have also been able to work some of the other types of satellites known as UV satellites. VU satellite is VHF uplink and UHF downlink. That is, most of the satellites are like that. Some are UV, uplink on UHF and downlink on VHF. For those satellites I have a problem because my CP22E VHF antenna, which has a SWR of around 1.1:1 for VHF, has an SWR of 2.25 on UHF. So naturally, it limits my ability to work UV satellites. Still, I have been able to work a few passes of very good passes with a good station on the other side of UV satellites as well.